When I was young, I sort of thought I'd live forever. Eventually I may simply fade away. My nails done today, that's expensive. I never came across the Buddha, chanted mantras. That's definitely me, that.
Yeah, the uke is much too loud and the vocals are okay.
Does that sound like that?
Well, do something and we'll try.
Go on.
Stopped again.
Yes.
When I was young, I sort of thought I'd live forever.
That's better.
But eventually I may simply fade away. I never came across the Buddha, did my mantras as I should have. Now they're telling me my life will end one day. I guess I always took my life for granted. Never imagined it depended on God's grace. But each religion has a story about hell and purgatory. So I'm going to learn the harp, just in case. Now immortality was never my obsession. One day I ceased to be as I looked. I never met an Ayatollah, you can bet your bottom dollar. They're already bound to have their passage booked. The reviews we see of heaven are quite meagre. No incentive to be kind and sweet and pure. The concept quite appalls. I'll be prepared if heaven calls. So I learned to play the harp, just to be sure. But what if I'm wrong and I'm all on my jack, on my cumulus cushion with great wings on my back? If my halo's too heavy and I'm missing my friends, I may be sitting and strumming till eternity ends. But what if I'm wrong and there's too little space when I walk through the door, and they just don't like the place? And in spite of the Bible and all of the hype, I find angels and cherubs are just not my type. But what if I'm wrong and they won't let me in? They tell me my life has been tainted by sin. Or if they send me down to fry in the fire, I must cut my losses, so I may learn the lyre. It never crossed my mind I'd need a saviour, a deity somewhere up there in the sky. I didn't spend my life in prayer, watch my diet or hide my hair. It was never in my thoughts, I don't know why. I guess I've been quite happy doing this life. The earth, I think, is quite a pleasant place. And I'd like to draw my pension before embarking on ascension. But I've taken up the harp just in case. I never had a thought about a nice afterlife. Crave the bliss of paradise forevermore. I didn't fret about damnation or the need to seek salvation. But now they warn me of the hell that lies in store. Nirvana, Shangri-La, the promised land, were never places I aspired to go. But heaven's evidence is patchy, so I'll make my ditties catchy and keep practicing the harp. You never know. what if they're right and I find it's all true? What a spiritual quandary, but what would I do? Would I have to be virtuous day after day? Would I have to be nice in an infinite way? Could I opt for oblivion and cease to exist? Or frequent heaven's bar and get eternally pissed? No sex or TV bored out of my head. Perhaps it is preferable downstairs instead. There must be a refuge, an alternative end. I have a suggestion to offer my friend. I'll expire in the 6 bells and just lock the door and sing folk songs and ad nauseam and play blues evermore. But I'm learning the harp just in case.